We look at it as art. We look at what we do as art. We don't. The writers write all these wild things, but we look at it as a way to make it look realistic or believable, or how we think it would look. We do everything pretty scientifically also. We have a lot of research books, medical books, animal books, all kind of things like that, anatomy. So we look at it as art and trying to be accurate in art. Yeah, the makeup that I wore was real heavy. People asked me what it felt like. It was like someone wrapped duct tape around your head about 13 times. I had nothing of my own face was showing through the makeup except for my upper teeth, and that's it. Everything was completely covered. False eyes, an entire face was covered. A wig, a bald cap was put on first. So the only thing that was really showing was really the sides of my neck and my teeth. That was it. It took like 3 hours to put the makeup on. It was difficult wearing the makeup. For the effect they wanted was dead eyes. Tom really liked the idea of dead eyes, and John Volich and Everett Burrell, the guys I was working for, did a design with false eyes over top of closed eyes. So they wouldn't blink, they wouldn't look around. Human eyes, if you move your head, your eyes stay very stationary. And Tom loved that look so much that they worked it out. John Volich did the makeup. It was a great job. Doing a fight scene and not being able to see, it was like trying to jog with your eyes closed. But it was just very difficult. We had to rehearse, and just when I was, say, attacking Barbara, I had to, in one shot, I think, like, wipe her glasses off of her face, and I could have poked her eye out. But just, yeah, to wipe her glasses off, and then rip, I think, a button on her shirt, and then rip her skirt, all in one take. It was like rehearsing something with your eyes closed, and everything had to be exactly the same. And it was just a motion, like a dance, I guess. The scene where I fall down with the Johnny dummy was, I was very nervous about that the whole day, waiting for it to happen, and because I was falling with a dummy, using the dummy as a pillow between myself and a real tombstone. I felt confident that I could aim it properly, and also we had stunt eyes made that were like screens. It still looked like there were the fogged iris, but I could see through them, barely. I was more worried about hitting my shoulder or a part of my face off the tombstone, but once the first time I did it, it was just the way I hoped it would be. But I really had to calculate that pretty carefully on the way down. Not much room for error. The evening of my demise was, it was a nice night. First of all, like we were talking about, it was warm for the first time. It was starting to become spring. The makeup this time was more involved. I was my head was set to explode. Gregory designed a squib hit, front and back, entrance and exit. And that involved another piece on top of my head. It was actually very big, but you couldn't tell the way it was designed and blended in. And there was a blood bag under there with 2 squibs in front and 1 big squib in back. So I had to walk down, keeping my head in a position where I wouldn't turn to see the apparatus in the back of my head, plus my eyes looking down through that little slit where I could see in my one eye. And I had to walk about 12 feet, stop, turn, get shot, fall down, and hit a mat that was behind me. It was pretty involved. I was pretty nervous, really geared, totally concentrated the whole night. It was kind of amazing. So everything went well. We had a lot of good luck that night. The effect worked perfectly the first time. I think that was good because then it looked more lifeless. They cut it out of the film.